Welcome to this gentle prana flow with me today. I invite you to find a comfortable seated position, to close your eyes, and to connect with your intention for this practice today. What seems important for you? I'm honored to be able to guide you through this practice, to share this time together. Keeping that intention with you, I invite you to lie down on your back. And for this practice, you will need just a support, a yoga block, or a blanket nearby. Your legs can be stretched out long. Today, I'm bending my knees and letting my knees rest together with my feet a little bit wider. Nice and relaxing for the lower back. And then arms and hands can come onto the ground or onto the body, wherever they feel comfortable today. And just allow yourself to come fully into your body, into the sensations. Lying here on the ground, on the earth, supported. And notice your breath. The subtle force moving in and moving out. The flow of air in through the nostrils, filling up the lungs, expanding the belly. The belly falling, the lungs empty. Air flows back out through the nose. Just become more aware of this natural process that always is. This life force moving in through and around the body, nourishing, centering, grounding, also uplifting. At any time it feels appropriate, it feels good, you can open your mouth and exhale through the mouth. And all throughout the practice will favor this sort of long, deep breathing. From here, if your knees are bent, you can stretch your legs long on the earth. You can bring arms overhead. And we're going to stretch ourselves, holding our breath at the top, tensing, contracting the muscles, and then exhale, just relax and let it go. And again, like this, inhale, tighten, contract the muscles, and exhale, soften. And the last time, as you exhale, you'll start to bring your right knee in toward your chest, hugging it in with both hands. Shoulders relaxed, and we'll find some free movement for the foot, the ankle, the toes. We'll keep hold of this knee with the opposite hand, left hand, and we'll start rocking the leg side to side, offering ourselves a nice massage for that right hip. Right arm is relaxed into the ground. Muscles of the face are relaxed as well. Maybe taking that leg a little bit further toward a twist, seeing how it feels. And then we'll bring our leg over to that right side, right hand helping the thigh, the knee to fall toward the earth, and finding a reclined tree pose, Vrikshasana. Palms can come together, pressing actively in front of the heart space. And then the branches growing, arms overhead, inhaling long and open, and then with the exhale, float the arms down along the sides, releasing that right leg back down. Same sequence on the other side. Stretching arms overhead. Inhale. Keep the breath and tighten the muscles, and then exhale. Let it go. Inhale. Hold it and exhale. Let it all go. Once more. Inhale. Tighten, contract, and exhale that expansiveness with the exhale. Help of the abdominals to bring that left knee into the chest. Both hands can come around the tibia, the shin, and we can stretch freely through the ankle joint, the toes. Breath is flowing easily, freely. Then we'll start rocking that left leg with the right hand side to side, spontaneously, intuitively, at your rhythm. Maybe taking that leg further over toward a twist, helping to release tension in the lower back, anything accumulated, and then with the help of the left hand, opening that left hip, left leg down to the earth, just letting go with gravity of any resistance in the thigh. Palms come together at the heart, flexing that right foot as if you're standing straight up vertical on the ground. And then in your time, sliding thumbs even across the face, the forehead, arms up overhead. And with your exhale, let the arms come open, wide open branches for this tree. And then everything comes back to that starting position, arms alongside the body, both legs long, and just a pause. Notice what you notice. One last time, this series of inhale, tightening, releasing, relaxing. Inhale and exhale. Finally, inhale, tighten, and then exhale with the help of the abdominals again. Bend both knees in, hugging them toward the chest. You can rock the side to side if that feels good for the back. And then with hands placed on top of the knees, we can draw circles with our knees. Offer ourselves a massage for the sacrum, the lower back, moving in one direction and the other. Shoulders relaxed into the earth. Both feet can come down, parallel, as wide as the hips, and the heels quite close to the buttocks. Arms alongside the body, moving into our bridge pose. Inhale, the hips will start to lift up to the sky, and the exhale will lower down vertebra by vertebra. Following your breath, inhale to lift, opening, stretching the front of the body, knees are toward the front, and with the exhale, vertebra by vertebra, placing the back down to the mat. We'll prepare for a supported bridge pose, lifting the hips, keeping them lifted, and taking our block or our folded blanket and placing it beneath the sacrum, the back of the pelvis. And finding that right position, that right height, where you can really just allow the weight of your pelvis to come down into the support, maintaining this shape with the least amount of effort possible. Relaxing as much as you can in the thighs, the legs, the feet, even the toes. Breath is flowing. You can just bring your attention back to the in-breath and the out-breath. The air moving in, filling up, expanding. The air flowing out, emptying. At any time, that deep, expansive exhale out of the mouth. As you prepare to come out of the pose, press your feet down into the ground, lift the hips slowly, gently, and then even more slowly this time, vertebra by vertebra, returns back down to your mat. We can keep the arms wide. We can bring the feet away from the buttocks now, giving ourselves space and rocking the knees side to side. We can make it a full twist as we turn our head to the opposite side as our legs. Maybe recentering everything with the inhale, and then exhale, the stretch, the twist. Legs falling down to the earth with gravity. And finally, make your way onto one side, resting here for a few moments. Fetal position, and transitioning, pressing one hand and then the other, head and neck nice and relaxed, helping yourself onto hands and knees. For this pose, don't hesitate to take a blanket underneath the knees if they're sensitive. And we'll find our alignment. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and flowing through these waves of cow pose and cat pose. Cow with the belly dropping down to the ground, heart opens to the front, and guided by the exhale, we can round and draw the navel in. Inhale, that broadening of the chest. The gaze can move forward, even upward. Exhale, everything comes inward. Finding a flat spine, stable lower back. We'll extend the right leg back. Engaged leg, flex foot, and then with the exhale, draw the knee in like our cat pose, rounded spine. Inhale, extending back, straight spine. Exhale, drawing in. This last time, we'll keep the right leg extended, reaching back through the heel. We'll reach forward with the opposite arm. It's optional, of course, always. And then the hand comes back to the earth. We'll bend the right knee in, and then we'll extend the leg over to the side. Foot is aligned with the knee. We'll press down through that left hand and open the right arm out, up to the sky, and then float it forward and down. Flowing like this with the inhale, opening up, exhale, floating down. This final time, we'll open up, holding our twist, and even sliding the hand to the lower back, or even a little bit further toward the hip, the thigh, and finding that right position for your neck and your head where there's no tension being created. And then we'll free up that right arm, taking it forward and down, preparing for the same sequence on the other side, finding your base pose. Straight spine parallel to the earth, extending left leg back, toes pointed down. And with the exhale, knee draws in, spine rounds. Inhale the expansion, exhale that contraction that naturally follows. Guided by your breath, honoring your rhythm today, here and now. Optional, balancing with the opposite right arm extended along the ear, fingertips reaching forward, heel reaching back. Breath is flowing. Right hand down, we'll bend the left knee and then extend the leg over to the side. Foot and knee are into alignment, press down through the right hand. Take that energy right up through the left, and then float the arm forward, long through the waist. Twisting open, rotating from the navel, across the chest, the heart, up to the sky. The final time, we'll hold our twist, softening in the shoulders, the hand comes to the lower back, perhaps even to the right hip or right thigh. Soft in the neck, the jaw, the face. Breath is flowing. Coming back around, recentering, resting in child's pose. Find your variation. Toes tucked or not. Knees as wide as you'd like. If needed, we can always keep the hips rather high, creating a pillow for the head with the forearms, or simply letting the hips come all the way back toward the heels. Resting the forehead, resting the arms. All effort can dissolve now. Balancing the active with the passive. Doing and just being. In your time, roll up vertebra by vertebra. Help yourself to tuck the toes and bring the feet flat on the ground. Hip width apart. We're going to roll up vertebra by vertebra, arriving to our vertical pose, standing. Roll the shoulders back and down. And we'll just focus on grounding here, becoming aware of the earth beneath the feet. You can shift your weight a bit, side to side. Really feel that sensation of where your feet are supported, that contact with the ground, your mat, the earth. Notice where you're holding your weight, if there's imbalance, and then voluntarily center over each of your feet. With an inhale, arms will circle out and up overhead, palms will meet and come down the center line of the body, and then back up from the heart, opening out and down. Inhale, flowing up. Exhale, center. We can gain some momentum, bending the knees, reaching even higher. And again, bending the knees, drawing energy up from the earth, all the way up to the sky, the fingertips, and everything back to the heart. Your rhythm, your expression of this practice. The last time we'll lift the arms and then we'll dive forward forward and down, led by the heart. Inhale just halfway with the spine, and then we'll bend the knees coming up into chair. Hands can center at the heart. Weight is in the heels, and then we'll straighten the legs and press the arms down. Inhaling up, same thing. Hands to the heart, arms float up, and then diving forward and down. Releasing. Halfway, flat back. Exhale, melting down. Keep the knees bent, weight in the heels. Inhale, coming up, chair pose. Exhale, pressing down powerfully through the feet, pressing the hands down. Once more like this. Inhale, arms float up, down to the heart, and then diving. Let go, weight of the head. We can activate the legs, eventually maybe just fingertips stay to the earth. And then once again, chair pose. Standing. Maybe a couple shoulder rolls here if that feels good. Drawing them back and down. Finally, you can take your feet a little bit wider than the hips. We'll start to swing the arms side to side and really see if you can just let go. Abandon the weight of the arms. The hands come to tap against the body freely, spontaneously. Any tension accumulated around the shoulders, neck, even the jaw can just slide down the arms, disperse away off the fingertips. And gradually the movement stops. We recenter. We'll bring feet back, hip width apart in just a moment to center, to find stillness after all that movement, and just notice. Notice the breath. Observe the sensations in the body. What's awakened, been activated, what's circulating. Notice what is. Maybe that deep exhale out of the mouth. And then as you slowly begin to open the eyes, if they're still closed, let yourself just take in all the impressions, the light around you. All the same as it was before, but maybe our attention is heightened, more clear. The details, the space around. From here, moving into our standing sequence, we'll take the legs wide for warrior two. Bending in that front knee, it's aligned right over the ankle and the heel. Back leg strong, straight. Vertical spine, arms expand out to the sides like an extension of the heart, and then we'll draw energy up that front foot, straightening the leg. Arms are up overhead, maybe the palms touch, and then we open back up. Warrior two. Drawing energy up through the body, from the earth, through both feet, both legs. Exhale, grounding, stabilizing. Holding this time, reversing peaceful warrior, long through the left side body, still bending in the front knee, reaching up through the fingertips. Optional here is to slide the hand to the lower back like we did before. Adjust the head as it's right for you, no tension in the neck. Coming back through warrior two, and then we'll come forward this time, elbow onto the thigh, and some big circles here for that top arm, right arm, opening the shoulder, opening the chest. Grounded, rooted through both feet, offering stability for all this upper body movement. Pausing here before we come back to warrior two, our center. And then we'll straighten the leg. We'll pivot on that front foot to turn the toes, and then we'll pivot on the back foot. Same sequence on the opposite side. Check your base, grounded, steady, stable here. The gaze beyond that front middle finger. And with the inhale, drawing energy up. Exhale, grounding, expansive down. Inhaling up. With your exhale, down. You can develop the movement. Feel free to find your expression with the arms. Your flow. We'll come back. Warrior two. Lower body stable, steady. Just the upper body opens up to the sky. Chest coming up and out away from the pelvis, creating space. Breath is flowing. We'll come through center before coming forward, forearm or elbow onto the thigh for support, long to that right side body as well as the left side body, stretching, and those arm circles for the left arm. Holding for a moment and recentering warrior two. Once again, straightening that front leg, pivoting on the foot, both feet parallel this time. Hands onto the hips. Inhale, we can open the heart up to the sky and then dive down again. A pause here at halfway, and then we can slide hands down the legs, the feet, all the way to the ground. Letting go of the weight of the head here, even shaking the head, releasing tension in the neck. Then we'll press down through the hands, coming up halfway with the spine. Twisting over to that left side. Left hand can come onto the hip to start. Releasing at the center. Inhale halfway. And twisting to the right. Recenter, release. Again, inhale halfway. And exhale, fold. A second variation here where we twist back to the front and the left arm can make its way all the way up to the sky before floating forward and down. Inhale halfway, creating space, and the exhale to twist and open to the side and even upward. Refolding halfway, neutral, centered, and then let it all go. Full deep breath here at the end. We'll start to take our hands to the front of the mat on either side of that front foot so that we can bring the right knee down, left knee back. Here we are on all fours, hands and knees, and some spontaneous movements here as you need before coming onto the belly. Resting the legs, resting the head onto the forearms. And then we'll stretch freely as we bend the knees, moving the toes, the ankles, knees, and even this nice rocking motion of the legs that rocks the hips, relaxes the lower back, massages the tops of the thighs. And very gently let the feet come back down. We'll lift the head. We'll take our hands forward and slide our elbows back so that they align underneath the shoulders. Press down through the forearms, the elbows, length through the spine, and you can take the gaze up before exhaling, drawing the chin in and rounding the upper back, even drawing navel toward the spine. Flowing like this, inhale forward and up. Exhale, down and in. Inhale, heart expands, chest broadens, opening the front of the neck. Exhale, drawing everything in, stretching the back of the neck, upper back. Finally, we'll hold this Sphinx position a little bit longer in stillness, maybe opening the palms up to the sky. Seeing how you can remain here with the least amount of effort. Palms come back down, releasing the chest. Hands underneath the shoulders so that we can press down to the tops of the feet, pubis bone at the front of the pelvis, and the hands to roll up into a cobra. Maybe a second wave where we even lift the palms. Feel the strength in the lower back. The last time, option to lift also the legs. Finally pressing down through hands and knees with the abdominals engaged, back to hands and knees, all fours. And as we did in the beginning, moving through these waves of cow and cat. Balancing, neutralizing. And finally making our way to seated. Don't hesitate to take a support, a blanket, underneath the pelvis, lifting the hips a little bit higher so that the lower back can be nice and tall. We'll keep our left leg extended, the right knee bent. And just a stretch for the wrists here as we pull our fingers down and back. Very gently, listening to the body, respecting its limits, each hand. And then we'll press down on the back of the hand. Fingers down and back toward the body again. Stretching the top of the wrist, the forearm. From there, notice you're sitting nice and tall. Inhale, we can press down through the left hand, reaching up with the right arm, and then take that energy forward. Long spine, another inhale, and exhale, you can round the back. Let the neck be long and smooth. Hands arriving into the earth wherever they arrive naturally and easily. Breath is flowing. Inhale, a little bit of space is created, and the exhale, we let go, folding with gravity toward our leg and toward the earth. Rolling up, vertebra by vertebra. We can roll the shoulders back and help that right knee up to the sky. And the option here to bring the foot to the outside of the thigh. Otherwise, we can keep it to the inside. Inhaling nice and tall again through the spine, and exhale, twisting toward the left. Our arm can stay around the outside of the knee or come to the inside, as I'm doing here. Using that left hand behind you to press down, lengthen, create space, and then the exhale comes naturally, rotating from the navel. Chest follows, gaze follows, and with an inhale, nice and long, we'll come back to center. Take your time to uncross, straighten the legs, stretch naturally, spontaneously, shake out the legs, whatever you need. And then moving into the other side, right leg extended, left knee bent. Some other stretches for the wrist here, some circles with the hands. Moving toward us and then away. Moving the fingers freely. Breathing into this area of the body, into these joints, shaking out. Hands, fingers. Press down through the right hand, reach up through the left arm, and then take that energy forward, reaching first beyond the foot, and then we can let the hands come down either side of the leg. With each inhale, feel the space being created, length along the spine, and with the exhale, just melting over the leg. Face and jaw relaxed, shoulders soft, forward bends naturally calming for our whole nervous system. Slowly rolling up, shoulders can roll back and down. We'll take this left knee up, and the foot can come to the outside of the thigh. Nice open twist here. Inhaling to grow taller, and exhale, start to twist over to the right. Find the right position for your front arm, left arm here. Crown of the head up to the sky. Exhale, heart to the side. Gaze can continue back even to the corners of the eyes, and we'll come back around to the front with an inhale. And exhale, that untwisting sensation. Back to center. Once again, we can shake out the legs. We can fold maybe over both legs. If it feels good here, bend the knees slightly and massage a little bit the legs, thighs, knees, calves, feet. At the same time, infuse this movement with some gratitude for this body, these legs and feet taking us along our path. Finally, we'll start to roll back down onto our backs. Once again, inhale, stretching long on the earth. And exhale, both knees draw into the chest. Arms can relax alongside the body. Feel that your lower back is connected to the earth, supported here as we extend both legs up to the sky. And stretching once more this lower body, toes and feet, knees, even the hip joints. Really restoring and restorative for this lower body, carrying our weight. We can shake out the legs, shake out the arms, and then rub bottoms of the feet, rub the palms together before finding a resting pose. Perhaps the knees bent, resting together, feet wide, hands coming somewhere on the body to feel the gentle movement of the breath. Notice what you notice. Observe the effects of this practice. Sensations. And when it's time, you can straighten the legs out long, finding Shavasana, relaxation pose, with the arms open, resting on the earth. Palms open up to the sky. A posture of surrender, of letting go, of just being. Exactly as you are. Nothing to change. No shape to maintain. There's nothing to improve about this moment. All is well. And we rest here to integrate all the effects of the practice. You can stay here as long as you want, as long as you have. And when it's time to come out of your relaxation, you can roll over onto one side, just as in the beginning, pressing each hand into the earth and helping yourself back to seated. A big circle for the arms, coming back to your heart, back to your intention for this practice and beyond, this intention that can accompany you today, infusing your experiences, feeling gratitude for yourself, to have taken this time out to breathe, to move, and to be. Thank you for your presence. Namaste.